Once, there lived a man in a town. He was very much burdened by the sufferings in his life. He would always complain to Lord Buddha, saying, "Oh Lord, why only me? Why do I suffer so much? Why do others seem so happy while I am in such deep suffering?" One night, out of great desperation, he prayed to Lord Buddha before sleeping and said, "Please take away my suffering. You can give me anybody else's suffering. I am ready to accept it. But take mine. I cannot bear it anymore." Saying this, he went to sleep. That night, he had a dream both beautiful and very revealing. In his dream, he saw Lord Buddha appear in the sky and say to everybody in the town, "Bring all your sufferings into the temple." Everybody was tired of their sufferings. In fact, everybody had prayed at some time or other to Lord Buddha, "I am ready to accept anybody else's suffering, but take away mine. This is too much for me. It is unbearable." So, everybody in the town gathered their own sufferings into bags and they reached the temple. Their faces were glowing with hope. At last, the day had come. Their prayers had been answered. When all arrived, Buddha pointed toward a place and said, "Put your bags of suffering here." When everybody had placed their bags in one place, Buddha said, "Now you may choose any bag you wish." People rushed forward and eagerly picked up the bags of others. Each one thought, "Surely someone else's pain will be lighter than mine." But the moment they opened the bags, their faces fell. The light of hope turned into the shadow of despair. Inside those bags lay problems far greater, burdens far heavier, and sufferings far darker than their own. A silence spread through the temple. Everyone realized that they had made a mistake. Someone else's pain was not smaller, but far more difficult to carry. One by one, people put down the bags they had taken and turned back to Buddha. With folded hands, they pleaded, "Please give us our own bags back. We don't want anyone else's suffering. We are happy holding on to our own sufferings. Our own burdens are lighter, more familiar, and easy to bear." Buddha said, "This is the truth of life. You think your suffering is the greatest. But if you could see inside another's life, you would know how fortunate you really are." Listening to this, everybody collected their own bag and went home happily. They carried the same sufferings as before, but their hearts were lighter, their minds were calmer, and their faces were smiling. Each one was grateful that his burden was his own. In the morning, the man awoke with a calm heart. For the first time, he felt truly content to carry his own sufferings. A gentle peace glowed on his face, as if a heavy burden had been lifted. He bowed his head in gratitude in front of Buddha and said, "Thanks, Lord. I will never complain again. Whatever you have given me is meant for me, and I accept it with deep gratitude." The story reveals a profound truth about human life. Each of us feels at times that our suffering is heavier than anyone else's, and we wonder why we alone must bear so much pain. We look at others and imagine that their lives are easier, happier, and more comfortable than ours. But the reality is very different. Everyone carries hidden burdens, struggles, and silent battles that we do not see. When the people in the story open the bags of others, they discovered that those troubles were not lighter, but far more painful and difficult to endure. The hope they had of escaping their misery quickly turned into despair. They realized that their own burdens, though heavy, were familiar, and because they had lived with them for so long, they were easier to bear than unknown sufferings. This moment of realization brought peace. Nothing in their outer lives had changed. They carried home the same bags they had brought, yet everything inside them had shifted. Their hearts felt lighter, their minds were calmer, and their faces shone with gratitude. Because for the first time, they saw clearly that their own suffering were not a curse, but something they could live with. And this is a lesson for all of us. We waste much of our energy comparing ourselves with others and feeling that life has been unfair to us. But if we could see behind the curtain of another's life, we would be thankful for our own. If we could see the hidden battles others fight, we would be thankful for the life we already have. Acceptance brings strength, gratitude brings clarity, and true wisdom lies in walking our own path with courage and faith. So friends, you have seen how comparing our lives with others only adds to our pain, while acceptance and gratitude make our journey lighter and more peaceful. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, please remember to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. I will see you in the next video with another inspiring story. Till then, stay blessed, stay positive, and take care.